YouTube channel. On here, trying to spread some knowledge to all the traders in the world, all the people that want to trade, want to figure it out, want to learn. It's pretty much my goal to try to share some knowledge. I'm gonna review with y'all my 500 pip week that I had this past week, trading wise. For y'all that don't know me, my name is Juice. I've been trading for I'm in my 5th year. End of this year will be my 6th year. So I've been trading for 5 years now. I'm a member of my independent trading group, Winners on Beyond. And yeah, I just wanted to share some knowledge with people up and coming in the game. So I'm gonna go hold y'all up. I'm gonna get right to it. All right. So if you don't know me, I pretty much, like I said, I've been trading for 5 years. Now this is the end of this year will be my 6th year, and I pretty much have been trading exclusively gold for, I'd say, 2024, probably about the past 4 years now. I've traded pretty much only gold. Um, it's not the only thing that like I know how to trade. It's just pretty much my favorite as far as the payout that you get from the amount of time that you have to put into it. You know, you could pretty much um, add another zero to whatever you want to make on a Forex pair, basically, and go to give you that. So I'm able to hit my daily goals. Like I can make 100 pips, and honestly, on gold, like really, if you catch a really good setup, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes it may take an hour, sometimes it may take 2 or 3 hours. But I've been able to pretty much fine tune my trading skills and my skill set around gold for the most part. Um, so I'm gonna talk about this past week. So this past week was Sunday was the 5th. So we went from Sunday to Friday. Friday was the 10th. I don't really trade on Sundays. Sundays is kind of the days where I rest, recharge, and kind of recuperate. I'll do some back testing. I'll do most of it on Saturday, but I'll do some back testing on Sunday, and I'll mark up the chart for the week, trying to get an idea of, what I think is going to pop up. So let me get into it here. So first trade of the week, just my mindset coming into the week was trying to figure out overall what direction I felt like we were headed. We were headed in. I try to keep trading as simple as I can, which is right now breaking retests of zones, of support and resistance zones. We all know what that is. Eventually, I'll make another video on how I mark up my zones, where I find them at, all of that stuff. And like I said, I've been trading for 5 years, so at this point, I pretty much have combined everything that I've learned for the most part and put into my own strategy. And I really just focus on my psychology from there on out. For years, I traded smart money concepts. I still can't not see smart money concepts. And I do utilize some of the tools that I learned through that process. But for the most part, my style is most of smart money and support and resistance, all with price action, pretty much. It's what I get to. So I'll make another video at some point on just my mindset coming into the market, the things that I look for. But just to give anybody a framework watching this, that's kind of where I start from. So like I said, my main goal is to try to get an idea of where I thought the market was headed on Sunday when I mark it up. So I'm always looking for a high or a low that I either want to be broken or respected. So looking into the market on Sunday, what I had noticed was that I had some divergence coming down from this zone here. So this was showing me that was pretty much my indication that price was ready to reverse from this level here. All right, so from that, I got a nice little high, and then from here, I got me a low that I determined just based off my my qualifications for it in the actual low, or validation, I guess you should say, for an actual low. All right, so pretty much based on that, I'm looking for the uptrend, so I'm looking for things to buy on gold. I got my high and a low, so I know that I'm pretty much on my all my buys, I'm aiming for this high, and I just want this low to pretty much be respected. So I don't really trade on Sundays. Once again, I kind of just get an idea. So coming into Monday, this is pretty much what I saw here coming into Monday. So Monday kind of looked like, forget those over there, but Monday kind of looked like this here. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm usually up like 5:30. 5:30 my time is 8:30 on the East Coast, and pretty much the market is opening up pretty much as I get up. So within that 30 minutes to an hour of me getting up, I should expect that I should have some type of move or some type of indication of what I think is going to happen. And I'm really looking in like the 7 o'clock window, my time, which is that 10 o'clock window on the New York side. But pretty much anytime after 5:30, like I don't really take into account what gold did during London because it'll sometimes do the opposite of what it initially did. So I came into it, or I'll go into it, just what I see from the time that New York opens to pretty much the time that New York closes and thereafter. So coming into New York, I just gave me the candle. Boom. All right, sorry. Let me go back. Stop the stuff. All right, so coming into New York opening. So once New York is opened on this hour, I got a low being formed and on the smaller time frames on the 5 minute time frame. Right. I'll do my analysis on the hour, but I'll do my entries on the 5 and the 1 minute. All right, so 5 minute, I'm noticing some lows being formed. Once again, I'm looking for the buy. So lows for me are an opportunity to buy that thing and let it go up. So the 5 minute, I had this low going here, and once I get an indication of some type of price action going on the 5, I'll just drop down to the 1 to see what I see. So there's a couple of patterns I like from the 1 minute time frame. I'll break those down later. But in short, I had the pattern that I was looking for here. I kind of got a little bit of head and shoulders. I had this shoulder here, all right, the head of this foreman, okay, the head of that foreman, okay, break a structure. I got the break of the trend and the break of the structure. So break of the trend, break of the structure based off the patterns that I'm looking for. So my entry was about here on this candle. Really just needed to be down here. I like to keep things pretty simple. Gold can move a lot. Like I said, you could catch 100 pips in 30 minutes. Really, shit, it could do 100 pips in a minute. I felt like if it really wanted to. So I try to keep things simple. I'm really shooting for 100 pips pretty much every trade. I'm willing to lose 40 is my mindset. And if I could do that, then I'll be pretty much good. So once I have my confirmation for the entry, I pretty much just let it rock. If I ever get to the point to where I feel like I need to come out of the trade, I'll go ahead and get out of it. I'll take my profits. But if I'm not getting anything to pretty much sell me on the other side, I'm gonna just trust the analysis that I did, and that just comes from me seeing as many trades as I've seen in my career by now. I'm able to trust myself now at this point, I would say. So as you can see, like I said, gold moves pretty fast. So I was on the 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, in 25 minutes, had my 100 pips for the day, closed out, and I was good. But that trade went on pretty much without a hitch there. So that was Monday coming into it. Like I said, I know, and just for me studying gold for the past 4 years as I have studied it, I know that gold will make a move in New York, but it'll also make a very slow move in Asian sessions. So this next trade was a little bit of that experience coming into play. I had a new high established with having a new high established. All right, I now have this low that I'm using as a valid low. So me knowing that I'm looking for buy opportunities, I'm now looking for a continuation of this uptrend, right? So in order for me to have a continuation of the uptrend, this low has to be respected. Since this high was broken, I'm expecting us to pretty much respect this low and keep making new highs. So with doing so, like I said, gold will make those slower moves in the Asian session. Not all the time, but sometimes it will. So this is a smaller move that I was pretty much looking for. I had some divergence on my RSI, just giving me a little indication that price is probably starting to go and move down south. 5 minute, I had a little bit. 5 minute, I had some decent structure. and with having that decent structure. Let's see how we got there. Take you guys right to where I enter at. All right. Patterns that I'm looking for. Once again, I'll break down the patterns in another video. I don't want to. This one's probably already too long for anybody watching it. But 5 minutes, I'm starting to get the structure that I'm hoping for. I'm like, all right, let me go down to the smaller time frame and making sure that things are lining up and confluent. So I got one of my patterns. I got equal highs being taken out. Got a break of structure. Once I get the break of structure and the break of the trend, then I'm pretty much looking to execute. So I'll call it there, and I would say my entry would have been about here. The exact time and date, I don't know. I'm currently right now traded on the funded accounts on a 10K funded. There's also a reason why I like to keep my risk so low, with only risking 40 pips, trying to gain 100. My gain, I'm just trying to compound my interest and not unnecessarily disrupt that interest that I'm compounding. So that's pretty much my game plan going into it. So 5 minute entry. And a couple of people in WA, I think we were talking about this at the time. We may have not been, but I think some of us brought it up, that we were looking at this move, and I think I may have let them know once again on I get some more. If I get an opportunity for me to possibly enter again, once I'm in a little drawdown, I'm not really worried about that. Like I said, I'm only risking 40 pips. So if the market want to take 40 pips away from me, they can have it for the most part. They shouldn't be worried about me, as I like to think about it. So once I have my confirmation for entry, pretty much this played out over the course of the night for the most part. This is Asian session going pretty much all the way to New York. But we finally started to get some push down and profit. My drawdown wasn't really that much. So for my entry, my drawdown was really only about 20 pips from the way that I confirmed my entry, and pushed down. So I pretty much woke up to this. I want to say that next morning, I woke up and price I hit TP, or I may have woken up and taken it. It's my fault, y'all. All right, let me. I know y'all ain't gonna watch this for the song, so let me go ahead and let's just do a little bit. So another one, price goes ahead and hits TP. As you can see, this is when London session is opening. So yeah, it took pretty much all of Asian from New York and all of Asian into London session. It took for this move to happen, which, like I said, this isn't anything out of the normal that I haven't seen from gold. That's pretty much what I was hoping that it would give me some indication of. I never know what the market is going to do, and I would always tell people, like, you never know what the market is going to do. I don't fucking know what the market's going to do, right? But I'm gonna try to give it my best shot just based off what I see, from the indications that it gives me. So like I said, I like to trade New York. So that move, I was already in Asian, but coming to New York, coming to the opening, once again, I'm still looking for this low down here to be respected. Price is approaching at 50% on my fibs, but I still want to see it kind of touch this zone here that I'm looking forward to test. So with that being said, 5 minutes giving me some more structure that I'm liking. 5 minute gives me that structure. 1 minute, get down to it, get my confirmation, I get my entry. Okay. Enter down on that thing. And then I pretty much watched this one played out. This is a pretty good week for me on gold. Nothing too crazy. There wasn't too much news in the market, not too many red folders. So it didn't move too sporadically until we got to like Friday. I want to say Friday kind of gave us a big move, but it was also like, I think like unemployment reports or something like that came out on Friday. So I knew that move would be a little crazy. I kind of try to stay away from the red folders, to be honest, especially when it comes to gold and like me really trying to get this cheese on this funded account. I'm not really trying to get knocked out on a crazy move for no reason. If you would consider this a little while, it took a little while for it to play out on the 5, but eventually we go ahead and hit the 100 pips for the day. Looks like I was about New York session, so 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 hours from the time New York opened to when it closes. We'll take my move. So I'm cool with it taking 5 hours for me to get 100 pips. That's a hell of a lot more than, than anything else I could be doing. I love trading. I really do. I just love the independence that it gives us, like the ability to be making money when we're not locked in. Like it's the best thing that I've ever seen. That's the reason why I even share any knowledge or even came into this being like my career kind of is it's just really the freedom and independence. And once I saw it for the first time, it was something that I would never personally forget. So like I said, using the hour for my analysis time frame, pretty much my highs and lows are still being respected. I got a higher high, I got this higher low, right? And I got another higher low pretty much here. For my validations that told me that all right, we may still be looking to step up. We're respecting the 50% on the fibs, so we're starting to get some movement upwards. Once again, New York starting to open. As New York's starting to open, I'm kind of trying to look and see uh, where we're at. And I think this is a trade that I entered initially. So initially, I entered about here. I want to say, kind of had the structure that I was looking for on the 5. So going down to the 1, kind of had some things that I was looking for. So I want to say my first entry was about here. First entry about here. Once again, going 40 pips for me. For me, 40 pips is like, if me entering on these smaller time frames, it gives me a tremendous amount of wiggle room. Like, man, 40 pips on a 5 minute or 1 minute time frame is a lot of room. Oh man, hold on. I'm getting a call, guys. My bad, y'all. I got a phone call. I ain't gonna edit that out either, YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I had what I was looking for. Like I said, 40 pips for me is a pretty decent amount of wiggle room, honestly, when it comes to me entering on the smaller time frames, as I like to do. I don't recommend my trading style to everybody. It's something I would teach people if they want to learn, but once again, to each his own. I'm just kind of dropping the knowledge that I've learned thus far. So with that being said, I'm not really too afraid of drawdown. Ended up going ahead and getting stopped out of this. So I did lose about 40 pips on that trade there. But overall, market structure is still telling me, it's still giving me signs of things that I was looking for. So when I got back down to it, got some more structure on the 5 that was looking pretty decent. More structure on the 5 looking pretty decent. So when I dropped down to the 1, all right, I got what I was looking for. It gave me my confirmations for entry. And then from here, I pretty much just let it rock. Once again, another one, probably up 40 pips, going for 100. I'm cool with that. Like gold give me 100 pips every day. I'm cool with that. Okay, and over time, just letting this play out. Let's go continue letting it play out. We eventually go hit TP. All right, so I net 60 pips on a day from losing that 40, getting that 100. I net 60, which once again, more than cool with that. Gold still giving me as Asian session continues, London continues, we're still not getting this low broken. This is my valid low. So until this low is broken, I'm not really looking for sales at all. I'm still looking for buy opportunities. Now, price can still kind of push down, but once it starts breaking these levels of fibs, these retracement levels, then I'm like, all right, maybe I'll start thinking otherwise. But until then, I'm still looking for buys. So like I said, it's going to do its move in London. It's going to do whatever. New York time comes, and this is Thursday here. Yeah, Thursday, New York. There are some red folders this day for sure. This move I remember. But the red folders pretty much gave us this initial push up, and I honestly wasn't even up at this time. So when this initial push up happened, I'm pretty much waiting to see. Hopefully, it gives me something to come back down. Price comes back down on the 5, gives me something good, gives me something that I like. All right, once I have something that I like up in here, like, yeah, we like that right there. I'll get what I like right here. Get what I like. Boom, nice little confirmation for the entry. As you can see, 40 pips from it. And this is on, you see 40 pips on a 1 minute time frame. It don't look like a lot, man, but it's a lot. And you know me, I'm just going for the guts though, going for the young 100 piece. Hold on, one call again. Sorry, y'all. That's a message. Once again, YouTube not editing it out. Sorry, I'm cheating, whatever. Yeah. Got me another 100 pips. Boom. On Thursday, and that was good for me. Friday I took a move. And it was really a move that so we got this big move Thursday, pretty much Thursday night going into it. So I started to get some divergence, price going the other way on the 1 hour for me. So that's just letting me know, all right, we may start to go try to retest maybe this zone up here that we broke, or maybe these highs over here that we just broke over. All right. Sunday, had some structure that I'm liking on the one. On the one, I get into it here. Okay. And then I get a move that I like. All right. So I finally get a move that I like. Entering here. Entering here, 40 above. Yep. And then I got stopped out on Friday. Went ahead, stopped me out, whatever. I didn't re-enter, even though I looked back at it. Definitely had the opportunity. But I was cool. You know, I had a pretty decent week. So out of the 500 that I did catch, let's just count them up real quick. 500 that I did catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 400. 400 minus 40, 360, 460, 460, 420. So out of the 500 that I did catch as far as move setup wise, I netted 420 pips, which was a pretty decent week. If you ask pretty much any trader, any estimation. Thank y'all YouTube for tuning in. If you watched this long, I appreciate it. I hope to do these more often. Some tips for review that I learned from this session. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these with y'all, and I kind of try to do this for myself to always help me out. Tips for review that I found for this week. First thing I'll always say, be cautious. Sorry, I'm getting phone calls. Be cautious of setup in session. Take your setups in your session. If it's not in your session, sometimes we got to have the discipline to leave it alone. But if we don't have the discipline to leave it alone, it'll burn us, and we'll never really know what our true edge is. So sometimes just wait for your session. Accept the risk. Be willing to lose what you're possibly willing to lose in order to gain what you possibly are willing to gain. I think that one's kind of simple. My last one is fine tune the process. Always go back, learn from your mistakes, learn from your successes, learn from your failures. Let's get better for the next trade. There will always be another opportunity in the market. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe if you could go ahead and do that for me. Thanks to all the real traders out there, the real ones that's down on the charts, trying to get this paper. And shout out to my family, the WA family, Wonders on Beyond's trading group. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I wouldn't be nothing without y'all. It's your boy Juice, and I'll see y'all in the next one.